So I was sexually abused by my stepfather from the age of, it started at the age of 5, which he wasn't using his manhood, he was using his finger on me. So at the age of 7, the abuse became bad. I was a sex slave for complete 7 years under my mother's nose, without she knowing that I was being abused. So I thought he was my dad. I never knew he was not my dad. So it was at the age of 40 when my mom found out that she unveiled to me he wasn't my dad.
How did your mom find out?
I used to do a run of supply for her in the morning, so before I go to school. So before I come back, that day, she has already gone to the market because I came back a little bit late. So she dropped my uniform outside the kitchen. The kitchen is always, it happened in the military barracks. So she left my uniform in the kitchen. She didn't padlock the kitchen. So I came, drop my things, went to school. When I came back, she just said to me, so my younger ones greeted her and she responded to them. She didn't respond to me. And she said to me, okay, you stand in the corner. She asked them if they've eaten, take-home assignment. They should go and eat and do their take-home assignment. So she just told me, she told them to go inside, not to come out. And she had a big cane on the table and a shot of glass. So she told me to lie down. And for me, it clicked first what her husband said to me when first time he forcefully raped me. And I told her what she wanted to do to me. She held that glass. I said, what is that? She told me it's water. But I knew my mother would not lie to me. So she poured the water into me. The water went in. And she now shouted, so you're not a virgin. And that was the first time I was 14 when I heard the word virgin. I said, so what is virgin?
Was it normal water she poured?
Yes, it was a normal water.
Okay.
So I said, what is a virgin? She said, a man has been going through you. I said, if I tell you, you will die. And I would die. She said, okay, go ahead, tell me you won't die. So I told her that it was that. So she asked me to keep quiet. She went to call her sisters. I said, this is what had been happening. When he came, he didn't deny. So she grabbed him. I said, so because Fati is not your daughter, that was why you've been raping her. But he didn't deny it. He just says the devil work. And I told her, I said, you know, I always try to tell you, you don't listen. You don't give me that time to listen to me. So many times you've marked me, cut my hand, cut my private part, put pepper. He created enmity between me and my mother. So my mother can hate me. I started running away from the home, maybe from the age of 10. So they'll catch me and they'll beat me. When my mom asks me, tell my mom that he saw me with a boy. My mom believed him.
So sorry, when you say you told your mom and she asked you to keep quiet, is that how it ended?
No.
What happened after?
They took me to the village for traditional cleansing.
Oh, you went for cleansing? Did Dad go for cleansing?
No, he didn't go.
Oh, he didn't go for cleansing?
No.
Just you?
Yes, because the family did not want her to marry the man. And he's supposed to dance around the market. So I was the one that went. So after the cleansing, they brought something for him to eat. So he hated me. He started dealing with me. My mom had to move me out from the house. Took me to my uncle's place. 2 years later, my mother died. We have to come back to the house. Then that was when the rape started. It became worse. And he told me, say, your mother is no more here to protect you. I wasted you, I wasted your mother. So he continued raping me. The only way I could do is to help myself, fight. I became an alcoholic. I started going to club. I started running away from home. I became wayward. I dropped out of school.
How have you healed?
I've healed, but because of the rape that's going on in our society today, when I see things and how children are being raped, it triggers.
Yeah.
It always triggers it. So I'm still trying to heal. It was 2016 when an American professor discovered me in the US when he heard about my story, that told me to write a book about my life, which is also going to help me to heal and also help other victims. It wasn't an easy thing to write about. It wasn't an easy to come out and tell the public about my story because being a rape victim has cost me 2 engagements. I was bullied. The stigma. Friends abandoned me. Nobody wants to be with a girl that is being raped by her mother husband. Some of my friends' parents will say, get away from her. She's a cursed child because her mother husband defied her. When I say, okay, you know what? I need to tell my fiancé what has happened to me as a child. If they will tell their parents will say, you can't marry a girl that's been raped. So he said to me, you writing this book will also help you to heal. Let me just
put you on pause. I know that you're tearing up, so I'm going to let you compose.